and welcome to Cheekyricho Cooking's crack chicken cooked in the Ninja Foodi. The ingredients are in the recipe box below. We can't get ranch style seasoning here in Australia, so I found out what's in it and I'm going to substitute it. We also can't get buttermilk powder, and that is also in ranch style seasoning, so I'm going to be substituting that with just some sour cream at the end. Not putting it in the dish like you should do, putting it at the end for the simple reason that it will quite possibly curdle in the pressure cooking process. Now this is all going to be done in the Ninja Foodi. We've just turned the Ninja Foodi onto the sear function and we're going to crisp up our bacon. You could use a slow cooker for this. Ranch seasoning typically has chives, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, dill. This is just mixed salad herbs, which has actually got dill, chives and parsley in it. Celery seed, paprika, and we've got some lovely lean bacon here. My hands are blue because I've been wearing a dress, I'll show you, and the colour's coming off it. So now our foodie is on and we're going to throw our bacon into our foodie and crisp it up and then remove it. No need to wash the foodie after doing that because the fat in there is not going to, so it's only going to impart flavour, and it's very, very lean bacon as you can see. So we'll just top that in there. Stir that all around with a silicone spatula so that it doesn't damage the surface of the Ninja Foodi, and it has cream cheese in it and regular tasty cheese in it. So we need to get this sort of quite cooked off, brown and crisped up a little bit, and we'll remove it and put it back in the bowl before we add our chicken, which is then going to be pressure cooked and then shredded with a couple of forks. So cook this for about 5 or 10 minutes until it's nice and crispy and brown. Okay, we've got a nice bit of colour on our bacon now. It's popping all over the place trying to get out of the pan. We're going to just switch it off and tip it out now into a bowl and put it aside until later. Now there is no need to wash the bowl, but just wipe off any excess grease around the outer edge so that it doesn't run down and get inside the foodie outer vessel. And you can see this is quite crispy and crunchy there. Got some nice colour on it. It's scalding hot. Okay, now it's in with our chicken. Now this is 2 large breasts that we have just cut into pieces. You don't need to cut it into pieces, but it'll cook a bit quicker if you do, and it'll make it a lot easier to manage. So we're just going to lay those around the bottom. Now, our seasonings are pepper, paprika, celery seeds, onion powder, garlic powder, chopped chives, dried chives, and the salad seasoning mix. So we're just going to mix that around. Okay. Pour in a cup of our chicken stock, homemade chicken stock. Give that a bit of a stir around. Okay, and then plop our blob of cream cheese on top, 250 grams or half a pound of cream cheese on top. Put our pressure cooker lid on, close the vent to the closed section and cook it on pressure for 20 minutes and press start. Now it's not going to cook for 20 minutes, it'll cook for 20 minutes once it comes to pressure, and then we're just going to let it naturally release. Add our cheese, our sour cream, our spring onions and our bacon last thing after we've shredded our chicken up. Okay, just naturally release now. We're going to remove the lid and remove our chicken. Shred that with a fork. I'm not going to do that inside the foodie, and I'm going to turn it onto the saute function. Return our bacon to our stock. Just mix our cream through there. Might need a whisk at that actually. Our bacon goes back in now. With forks, we break our chicken up. Look at that. See that? Just smushing all up, all tiny little pieces. Leave some texture there. We'll be returning our chicken to our broth, adding our cheese and our spring onions and our sour cream, and serving it with some pasta, or you could use zucchini zoodles. It's all shredded up nicely now. Okay, I've just got a whisk and I'm just gently breaking up those little pieces of the cream cheese. It's smelling pretty good. And we're just going to boil that away to reduce it a little bit, because when we add our sour cream, that's going to increase the liquid content. Okay, just while our sauce is reducing on the high heat, it's been going for about 6 minutes now. I'm going to return the chicken to the sauce. Let's mix that right through. Add our sour cream now, which will give it that necessary little bit of tartness that the buttermilk would impart. And we're just going to turn that off for the moment. You can see it's gotten quite rich and thick and hearty. There's more chicken than there is sauce now. I've got a zucchini here, or a courgette, and I'm going to make long strands of it just with a mandolin and just steam them gently in the microwave for just a few seconds, only 30 seconds or so. And this is going to be a low carb version. I also have pasta that I'm going to be serving it with. So if you're looking for a low carb version, you can use these zucchini zoodles. Only takes a little while. You've got a whole large zucchini here, and look at our little fine shreds that we've got. I didn't cut the end off it because that end is going to be my handle, so I don't get too close to the cutting surface with my fingers. There. Take these bigger pieces out. You can shred them if you want to. It's not really necessary. There's not much waste there. Okay. You don't have to do anything with it. You can actually blanch them in water, but if you do that, you're going to lose a lot of the nutrients because it'll be taken away with the water. But that's one zucchini's got quite a substantial amount of vegetable there. Okay, to rapidly boiling salted water, we just add our pasta and push it in and cook it according to the packet directions. Okay, just while our pasta is finishing and our zucchinis are nuking themselves, we're going to throw in our spring onions, 2 whole spring onions there. Our grated cheese goes in now. Mix that all around. This is going to be so cheesy, so delicious. Look at that. A little taste. Check the seasoning. See what it needs, if anything. Well, nothing. It's sublime. There's enough heat in that pan to melt that cheese without turning it into string. Hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration. It is not an authentic version because in Australia here we cannot get ranch seasoning or powdered buttermilk. But that's about as close as I can get. If you're an American living in Australia and you're missing this, or if you've never heard of it before, definitely give it a try. It's really quite delicious. And 2 chicken breasts with a little bit of pasta and 1 zucchini is going to feed 4 hungry adults. Okay, and there you have it, Cheekyricho Cooking's low carb version of cracked chicken. I'll just put a couple of little sprigs of parsley on there for garnish, and that's ready to eat. Low carb, tasty, healthy, very simple to make, and very economical. And now we're just going to toss our noodles in and toss them all around and serve our carb version. In fact, I think it'll cope with the rest of those noodles going in there. Doesn't that look absolutely divine? You could use fettuccine, linguine, the little spiral noodles if you like. And look at that, it's all mixed through. There's a parsley on top of that too. And there you have it. A carb version and a no carb version. Thanks for watching.